After the holidays, there's so much to clean up and get ready for the coming year. This leaves me exhausted and a lot of things falling off my to-do list. It's time to lock in, and Omaha Steaks delivers everything you crave to reset after the holidays. An order from them means having high-quality Omaha steaks on hand at all times. I'm a big meat lover myself, and I always go with medium rare. But there's also plenty of poultry and other options available. Omaha Steaks offers unrivaled quality and variety, and every bite is backed by their 100% guarantee. A family-owned company with over 100 years of expertise in the meat industry. Let Omaha Steaks deliver high-quality proteins right to your door. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their end-of-season sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code YUM at checkout. That's OMAHA steaks.com, promo code YUM. Terms apply. See site for details. Go to www.omahasteaks.com to get 50% off site-wide during their end-of-season sale. And use promo code YUM at checkout for an extra $35 off. Minimum purchase may apply. Thanks to Omaha Steaks for sponsoring us.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to a new episode on Alto Call, a Married at First Sight podcast. I'm your host, Tane, here to talk about MAFS Season 19, Episode 10. My guest today is your favorite, my favorite. We're trying to get this out straight. It's Jason from
Oh my
God. Podcast.
I got the favorite title. You know how much that means to me, Tane. You know how much that means to me. I mean, are we coming on here? You keep saying everyone's favorite but mine, Jason. And now I finally get the favorite title. I'm so happy. I'm even more happy to be here now that I got that title. Suck it, Brian. Suck it, Leah. Suck it, Jen. Suck it, Nicole.
Oh my God, don't make my life worse.
Suck it, everybody else. I'm your favorite. Let's go.
Well done, Jason. You earned it. I told you just had to work for it, and you got it.
I finally got here. I'm so happy. I'm so honored, to be honest.
I mean, it's episode 10, but
yeah. Hey,
better nothing.
Better late than never. I've been watching the clock. I've been waiting like, wow, all these episodes are going by. She got all these MAFS alumni. I guess she doesn't have time for me. But I'm happy to be here. Honored to be here, and I can't wait to get into the retreat with you, and all that happened. I mean, not the most explosive retreat you've ever had, but things happened.
Things like I'm still trying to get used to the fact that we're a couples retreat already.
Right, like we are, and I mean, this batch system. It's not my favorite. Like I'm not loving the batch system, especially for a show that we're so used to living in for so long. And now it's almost over. It's more than halfway over. We got 4 months. It's like it's a little. It's very fast. I do feel like we're missing some stuff in the edit. Know, we're losing so many hours of content from what we're used to from Lifetime, and you can kind of feel it because I don't feel usually by the retreat episode we are well versed with these people. We're well with their relationships with each other and with the group as a whole. It still feels so new, and I think that's what I'm struggling with the most for this new batch system we have. And you think we would get used to it because we're so used to the Love Is Blind system. But this is a different animal, a different beast. So that's the part of this whole new experience that's not really calling to me. I'm enjoying the cast. I'm enjoying that we really seem to have people that really want this, that really want to try, and they're getting along for the most part with each other, which is kind of new for the Married at First Sight concept. Usually you've got a couple that's just so awful and so done by now that we're just like, oh, why are they still here? But everyone here still seems invested, still seems into it. I bet you Lifetime is just like, why do they have to have this great cast after they leave us? Like, what the heck?
Yeah. I think about that so much. I think I even tweeted that out where I was like, what would have happened if this cast was on Lifetime? Like, would it have been the same? Would we have loved them the way that we love them? Because I really do enjoy this cast. And I do like the fact that I can actually say they're trying and mean it. Like it's actual trying and commitment. But I don't know. I agree with everything you said with the flash forward or fast forward as I call it, but I wouldn't trade it to go back to the Lifetime way if I had to pick. Honestly,
Interesting. I think
honestly,
I've been saying I would have loved a compromise where we do have 14 episodes, an hour each. We just have them one a week. If we just didn't do the
mm,
batch system, we did one a week for 14 weeks, not 22 or 26 like we're used
yeah,
to, but 14 once a week. I think that would give us time to, as Josh and Jalen will say a lot, be in the community, and really kind of have fun with it like we're used to. Because I think the problem with this batch system that I have with Love Is Blind all the time is that it goes by too fast. It's the
yeah,
center. It's the center of our reality universe for a month, and then a couple weeks after the finale's over, we've forgotten these people. They're not like they're leaving our memory. Like
yeah,
Love Is Blind season 9 ended a couple weeks ago, and I'm just like,
hmm
I can't really tell you the finer parts of it now. I podcast
yeah.
about every batch, but it's already starting to leave my consciousness, and I worry about that with Married at First Sight.
Right. But can I ask though, would you still feel the same way that you would want it weekly if you weren't podcasting about it? Because that's another element.
Um, hmm. I think, huh. Yeah, I do. I think I would. I think I would because I know it. I know it's nice to have 3 episodes at a time to binge.
Yeah.
Is that immediate gratification? But I myself personally like the weekly model. So
hmm
I think I would still, especially if I was someone that listened to your podcast or my podcast.
hmm
Uh, I think I would like to have that weekly check in with my favorite podcasters,
Yeah.
with the people that with our community, right?
Yeah.
And that's a big issue you've had with people that had talked to us through our podcast. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm liking the season, but I really wish we could have more time with you guys, aka the podcasters,
Yeah.
and with the show. I know for us, because we're doing each batch as one episode,
Yeah.
and we're finding it kind of hard to get everything in the episodes. Like
hmm
our episodes were supersized to begin with because
Yeah.
we like to talk about the episode when it was one episode, and now we're trying to fit in 3 episodes in a one episode podcast. It's just the way that we chose to do it this time around. I don't know if we would choose that next time. It remains to be seen, but it's just tough to get everything into one podcast.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what the best way is because I'm doing it the opposite. And that is also still a slug. It's a lot to like just watch an episode and then you mix which one is which episode. And it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know what's better. Sorry, guys. We're not here to talk about that, but
I mean, it's part of the process, right? It's part of
yeah.
it's part of this new Married at Sight landscape we're living in. But yeah,
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if Peacock keeps it the same way, I guess, for next season. Because again, this is still a dump off, for lack of a better word, from
yeah,
when it was produced for Lifetime. So when they have their own stuff, what is it going to be? You know?
it's a good question. Very good
Hmm,
question.
maybe we'll see where Dr. Pepper is, but that's another
Bruh,
question. Where in the world is Dr.
where
Pepper?
where is Doctor? Show. I need proof of life. Is everything okay? I'm concerned about Dr. Pepper. I'm like, where? Why is she not here?
Make her hold a calendar. So the newspaper, today's
Yeah.
date.
Is she being held captive at her husband's house? Like, tell me.
Oh my god. All right, we're gonna get into it. Just a reminder to you guys, I do have a Patreon, patreon.com/AutoCallMAFS. You can get bonus episodes on there. I do cover the challenge every week. I am gonna be covering 90 Day Fiance, the happily ever after tell all is gonna be a 4-part situation with the people in the house and even trying to get Jason to come on there for one of the episodes. So if Jason is your fave, come on,
Yeah,
check him out over
come on over, guys. I mean, they're doing 90 Day Fiance the real world again. Don't want to miss that.
All right. I do want to read some comments that I got because, everyone has a lot of opinions and I'm just very curious, interested to talk to you about all of this. So one of the comments I got, well, I did mention that I don't think I know anything about Will. Like, what makes Will tick since he doesn't seem to care about anything. And Tara was like, the one thing we learned about Will was from episode 1. He doesn't like butt stuff. He gave us that info for free and unprovoked. And I'm like, you
And
know what? That's true.
And it's also weird that it seems to be the most personality you've ever gotten out of him is like him
Yeah.
talking about how he doesn't want to do butt stuff. He was
Mm-hmm.
so like lively in that
He
conversation.
was
And then,
alive.
yeah, and then everything else is kind of like this robotic like
Mm-hmm.
person that we're seeing. And again, that's kind of the caveat of having this new system, this 14
Mm-hmm.
episodes, 1 hour at a time. I don't feel like I know a lot of these people like really well.
Yeah.
So and that's always something I've said about Love Is Blind too. At least from Married at First Sight, we're getting good moments with these
Yeah.
people
Mm-hmm.
together. Like one of the critiques I always had with Love Is Blind is that we never see really any of their good moments. Almost every moment we see from them is an argument in this couple. I like that we're seeing nice moments
Moments.
with the
Mm-hmm.
couples. So yeah, that's something I'm liking. But I just don't feel like I've gotten a good bead on really anyone yet.
Yeah. It'll take us a while. I just hope it doesn't take us many seasons to get to that point, or maybe when they get to fine tune it and, maybe extend the episodes, make it 2 a week if they don't want to do one, and maybe we'll get more story fleshed out and get more. I was about to say character development, but they're real people. So,
Yeah, but they have character, right? That's the big thing.
yeah. Okay, another comment I got was I hope Derek really loves kids because being around Megan is to always be on eggshells. I think you, that's me, Tane, are too forgiving of Will. I think he's not just cold, but intentionally withholding like he enjoys it. Brittany deserves better. Rhonda is an absolute nightmare. She should just stay single because clearly she doesn't want a relationship. Something about Chad gives me the creeps. He acts real nice, but it feels like it's just an act.
Oh my! Does this person like anyone? Oh my gosh!
Well, who
Um,
didn't get mentioned? Belinda.
yeah, Belinda, Jalen, and Josh. So I think the lack of a real villain like we're used to
Mm-hmm.
really puts the spotlight on some people that are getting the villain treatment. Like a Megan. Megan, yes, is probably our quote unquote villain, but
Not
compared to
Rhonda?
other Rhonda's also, but compared to some other Married at First Sight
In the
villains,
past.
I
Yeah.
don't think they're that bad. They have
Yeah.
communication issues, they have interpersonal issues, sure.
Yeah.
But like I think Megan in this drop of episodes really kind of grew on me. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, Megan's not terrible. Like by the end of this, Rhonda, and it's not that Rhonda's trying to be mean or belittling. It's just she's very blunt and direction for some reason thinks that she knows it all about everything.
She's 63.
She's 63, exactly.
Have you ever told
So
your parents? They're not going to
yeah,
change.
exactly. She's set in her ways.
Mm-hmm.
So and it's can be tough to deal with and tough to see. But some of the vitriol I've seen,
Yeah.
some of these people get online is like it's too much, y'all. Y'all are doing a way too much out here in these streets.
Way too
And
much.
and the comment you read is like is critical, but it's not like some of the worst I've seen out there.
No,
Which
no.
I'm just like, go touch grass, please, please. But yeah, I think because there's no like person to hate, we're trying to find that person and really
Mm-hmm.
making it to hate someone. So
Yeah.
I think they all have their quirks, and
Yeah.
they just need some communication lessons. It's a reason why they were single and chose to marry at first sight, right?
Yeah. 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 True. Like, you're right. If we ever did like a MAFS villains list, just chuck season 19 out. I just don't
Yeah.
think
I don't think
they
there's anyone you can
qualify.
say. I don't think there's anyone you can say would be in the top like 15 of mass villains, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay, so I've talked about the fact that I need to know about Chad's marriages. Why have we not heard about it? Why have we not heard from Will's exes? I need to know about that. So I hate that Peacock cut out so many scenes because we definitely need to know more about Chad's exes and why he has so many of them. He has to be a part of the problem. Then I want to know, all caps, why Will even applied to be on this show. His behavior is weird and nasty. The way he says things are outright cruel, and then he acts clueless. He behaves like a guy who's at the end of a relationship trying to play nice, but he's not interested at all.
see, I don't see that about Will at
Same.
all. I think Will is a very unique,
Yeah.
particular person.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about how he matches with Brittany when we get there. But
Mm-hmm.
it's a mismatch, y'all. It's extreme
Incompatible.
mismatch.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think he's a very logical, direct, to the point person. I don't think any of these people out here on this season are intentionally meaning harm or intentionally trying to be mean to their significant others. I think it's
Yeah.
just their personality quirks that do it. You can say that Meg is a spoiled brat, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why she acts the way she acts. But she's not trying to be cruel. You can say Rhonda is not used to interacting with people in the way the rest of us do, but it's
Yeah.
not. She's trying to be intentionally mean. Same thing with Will. Will's living his life. Will communicates in a certain way. It's not the way the rest of us communicate. It's not the way most of us communicate, but
Mm-hmm.
it's how he does. And again, he's not trying to be intentionally cruel. It's just the way that he communicates with people. So if those comments of him being intentionally, what did they say? Intentionally cruel, or like,
Yeah.
hey, that's a
Outright
lot.
cool. Yeah.
You're projecting a lot onto Will. I just haven't seen that for him at all.
I know it's so interesting because that's the way I see Will. I mean, you heard earlier, like I'm too forgiving of Will. I was like, it's not like I'm trying to be, but I guessed it on a podcast today, and I had to sit and think, like, at the end of the day, Brittany doesn't feel safe. And the thing is, like, Will is not making her feel safe. He's not reassuring her. And I have to admit it. I want them to work so bad that I have to also still face facts. Like, he's so damn negative. He doesn't say. And he
And I
doesn't intentionally mean to be, but he's also smart. So it's just so,
yeah,
I go up and down.
and the way that Will is exemplified in that emotional, what was it? When he said, where was it? She asked him, "Are you?" Or emotional connection.
Yeah.
Where the first thing he says is, "Well, it could be stronger," but it's like it's just he doesn't know how to communicate well, and
Yeah.
that's his main downfall. And like I said, I don't think he's trying to be negative. I think he's just
Yeah.
being exacting. He's being logical. He's being blunt, maybe, but
Yeah.
I just don't think he's meaning any harm with it.
I don't even know Will, but when he said that, I understood it the way he meant it.
Yeah, for sure.
My first thing wasn't that, oh, but I don't know. We have plenty more time to talk about that. So the final comment is, I find Josh super manipulative. The minute Jalen does not want to do what he wants her to do, he pushes harder. It's wild how much he's pushed her outside of her comfort zone and patted himself on the back for doing so. He had a meltdown because she asked him to rewrite their vows. This is not her person. He loves her light, he loves her light, but long term, her light will be greatly diminished in their relationship.
Whoa, that's deep. Um, I think Josh is a very stubborn person. I think he has some arrested development, maybe from his childhood,
Hmm.
and it's almost childlike when something happens that he doesn't like. That he kind of like gets gets into a sort of mood about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is concerning. I've been talking since the first drop of like, okay, when's the other shoe going to drop? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
And we finally got it in this drop, because I said,
Hmm.
as much as Josh is like this really nice, sweet guy when things are going great, how are things going to be when things aren't great?
Yeah.
And we kind of see it here, where he is kind of stubborn. I don't know if I would call him manipulative,
Yeah.
but he's a very much like almost my way or no way type of thing. He will throw a fit if he doesn't get his way.
Yeah. Was it my people perish for lack of knowledge? He just doesn't know. And he's just operating in what he knows. And I think I kind of compared him to Brittany in that they're the same way when it comes to expectations. In their minds, my spouse is my everything. I should feel this way. I should do this with them. I should do all that. And sometimes maybe that's not the case. That's not what you were matched with. So how can we be flexible? And they're like, nope. If it doesn't feel this way, then it's all wrong. So I don't know. So yeah. Okay, so that was it for the comments. Thanks guys for interacting. I find most of them usually like entertaining, and it's usually nice to see a different perspective, and it has me just like hovering up and down. 1 minute I'm up, 1 minute I'm down. But thanks for all the comments.
Yeah,
Let's get straight to the couples retreat time. The episode starts with a round robin of each couple getting ready for it. And honestly, Jason, I think that each clip that we saw encapsulates the personality of each couple. We saw Belinda and she's like, oh, I'm just smiling, just ready to relax. And that's exactly Belinda. We
uh,
see Josh and Jalen is like, oh, I hope we get a good place. And Josh is agreeing and saying, no problems there. We're going to be in a good place, just agreeing with whatever it is
mhm.
that she says. And then we have Will and Brittany. She's like in this cat suit and she looks great. And he's wondering, how practical is that? And it's like, how do you go to the bathroom? And Brittany's like looking for validation, like, it's cute though, right? And he's like, yeah, but it doesn't seem practical. So that is their relationship in a nutshell.
That's
So
perfect. That's perfect. I didn't even think of it at the time. That's perfect.
and I don't know why I didn't think about this, but I just remembered who Will reminds me of. Mitch from San Diego.
Oh yes.
It's
Yes.
just they can't
100%.
get out of their way.
Just cannot get his foot out of his mouth,
Yeah.
and doesn't even realize they've put their foot in their mouth until someone points it out to them. And they're like, "Really? I don't think my foot's in my mouth. I don't think define your foot being in your mouth. What do you see it as? Because I don't think I have my foot in my mouth.
Yeah.
So that's a very good comparison. Who Will is.
We have Derek and Megan. I don't know if this shows their personality. They haven't shown it to us, but they talk about it. They're going through the gajillion pranks that they plan on playing on the rest of the couples. And no, it does show their personality because Derek is trying to figure out which one she likes. She's doing her makeup and she's like, nope, nope, nope. It's just like, just say what it is that you liked instead of going through this whole.
But then she doesn't even know. She's like, wait a minute, maybe I just don't even know which one I like. It's like, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. But honestly, part of the fast forward, the last thing we saw was they saw a pregnancy test. So to start the whole episode, and we're just like, oh, we're playing pranks. Hello, your life is about to change. Like, walk us through that.
Your life is over. Aren't you worried? You're having a baby with somebody you've known for a month. Come on. And they are so very like nonchalant about it. Yes. And very like, oh, we're just pregnant. I'm like, wow, you guys, either you guys are really, really good and right for each other, or you're in denial or something.
Yeah.
Because they just seem to, I don't know what I want them to do. Like, do I want them to just keep going like, oh my God, they walk around with their hands on their face like, oh my God, we're pregnant.
Yeah.
They're taking it in stride. That's for sure. We're not getting a lot of confessionals about how they're feeling about it. We kind of were very like light on the whole pregnancy stuff. Like he just mentions it like when they get to the retreat, like, oh, I just want to get the best room so she can relax because it's still pretty early in the pregnancy. I'm like, I want to know more about how you're feeling about having a baby with someone you've known for a month.
I'm like, am I the one reacting incorrectly? Like, I'm freaking out and I don't know you and you, because I'm like, okay, maybe I'm supposed to just, it's fine, it's okay, but yeah.
I will say the pregnancy thing is a welcome surprise to me, because when we got that little soundbite at the end of the preview for the season, I was like, oh, okay, sure. Someone's pregnant. Someone's probably going to come to the reunion 6 months later and be like, hey guys, we're pregnant. But for someone to be pregnant within a month of the experiment starting, I was shocked. And I mean, parody is like a thing, because why is it we have on two reality shows came out right around each other, two surprise pregnancies? I'm like, what in the world? Anyway, but yeah, just for it to happen this way and for it to be, a surprise, oops, baby.
They weren't trying, Brian.
Oh my gosh. You're about to call me Brian.
I don't know what you're talking about. They weren't trying, Jason.
I'm about to pull a Jose and lock you out of our podcast right now. This is crazy. You call me another podcaster's name?
Oh no. Forgive me.
Oh, I see that whole your favorite thing was a lie. I see what you're thinking about. You're podcasting with me.
You're never going to let me live this down.
Never.
But then we also find out that Rhonda and Pat are not going to make it. And yes, that is on brand. And I was pissed about that. Why did they let her not make it to the retreat? And I can totally see it. I don't know these people, but I can see Rhonda saying, I have a family vacation planned. I don't care what you guys are doing. I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be with my family. You, Pat, you're coming with me. And Pat is like, wait, what? Okay. I know he was pissed. I mean,
listen, what is Pat pissed about? We don't know. It's like, and like I said, like Rhonda's like, listen, I'll come on your little show, but I'm gonna do what I want. Okay, I don't need to get ready in a hotel. I'm gonna get ready at my house. Take a party limo there. We're gonna make a whole thing of it. You want to go to a little fancy restaurant for the 1 month? No, I'm gonna host it at my house. You're gonna hire the two chefs I know, put them on camera, and pay them. And we're also retreat. Nope, not for me. No thanks. I got another thing planned. You can go on your little retreat with all your other little friends, but we're going to our thing. So it is very like, I would love to know some behind the scenes of like how it was dealing
Yeah.
with Rhonda, because I do kind of feel like with Rhonda being as set in her ways as she is, it probably wasn't easy to deal with Rhonda from a production aspect, because
Hmm.
she is very blunt about what she wants, and
Yeah.
she will get what she wants, which is good in, like, I don't even know what business she does, but I'm sure it's
Yeah.
good in her professional life, but she must be kind of hard to deal with in the personal.
Yeah, I think it would have been interesting. I think why I'm annoyed is it would have been interesting to see what the other couples think about their dynamic, because to my knowledge, they haven't seen it in action. And there's no way she would be able to control herself. I could see her barking orders at Pat and someone would be like, "Oh, maybe you should talk to him gently." And maybe if she hears it from somebody else, it might register, but I don't know. I can't believe she missed it, but they're not there.
Well, listen, who knows how many group dinners and group yoga classes we've missed
Yeah.
on the cutting room floor of the Lifetime version of this.
That's
So who
true.
knows?
That's true. As a sidebar, I'm watching The Golden Bachelorette, and one of the final two ladies has a complaint about the Golden Bachelor male that he doesn't ask enough questions about her. And
Mhm.
he wants to know if he's actually really interested. So now I'm just like, huh, is this just a
Maybe it's an older woman thing,
older
Kane.
woman thing?
You
I
can get
don't
there.
know.
You're gonna get there at some point in your life.
I'll let you know.
Like, go turn to your husband. I realize all these years you haven't asked
Never
questions
asked.
about me.
Are you interested?
And then you'll flashback to Rhonda, to the Golden Bachelor, and be like, oh, wait a minute, it's my time.
Okay, so if we're counting, we are on day 38 and everyone is headed over to this gorgeous, gorgeous house. And I will take a break and then come back and see as the couples arrive into the house. And we're back. So Megan and Derek arrive first because they have to do the pranks. And Derek is actually worried about them being in close proximity to the couples because they're not ready to tell everyone yet. I mean, I think it's so early that they can get away with it. The closest would only be like, I don't know what her alcohol consumption is like. And everyone's like, oh, why aren't you drinking? But I think we're in the day and age where everyone should know better. Don't question people if they're not drinking.
Yeah, I do think it'll be a thing where like everyone's like, hey, I got you this drink. Let's drink together. To be like, no, I'm good. I think everybody be like, that's interesting. I am really curious to know, because this is only a 2-month process, and
Hmm.
people don't usually, stereotypically people don't tell people until they're out of their first trimester
Yeah.
with pregnancy. So I'm like, are they ever going to tell their people? Are they going to wait until the reunion? When are they going to tell people? Are we going to see it? Are we going
Yeah.
to be able to see them tell? I would love to see them tell the experts, to see what the experts have to say about like how pregnant they are. I hope the experts don't already know. I would like
I
to
think they
spring it
do.
on the experts and spring it on the rest of the cast and see their reactions. I think that's something that'd be really fun. I think a good place to do that would maybe be the reunion and be like, "Hey guys, guess what? We're pregnant," and see what
Yeah.
the reaction is. But who knows?
I think they know already. I think didn't they say they give them reports every day? And I can just see Dr. Pia saying, "Oh, I heard that there was a development going on. How has that affected your relationship?" And these are the same people who chose to tell us in a trailer. They just shouldn't have told us. It would have been nice to just end the episode and we're like, "What?"
Yeah, for
And that
sure.
would have been it. So they don't
Listen,
like the surprise factor.
if MAFS is going to do one thing, is spoil their own show. They love doing that. They love to get people excited about things, and half the time, it's just not even what they're promising us. Like
Yeah.
the whole kiss between Clint and Dom was
Yeah.
like, okay, that was actually nothing, but
Yeah.
this was actually something. So
Yes.
kudos to MAFS for actually following through on a shocking development. But yes, I would have really, like, I think it would have set the reality TV world on
On
fire if
fire. The
we
clips.
all of a sudden just found
Yeah.
out someone was pregnant on this show. Like, that would have really, I think, boosted the
Mhm.
viewership, boosted the water cooler talk about the
Mhm.
show.
Mhm.
But yeah, they went ahead and spoiled it themselves.
Mhm. How do you feel about these pranks? All these things they're putting around the house, the cats, the fake toilet paper. Like, is it a good prank or is it too far?
It's too the toilet paper is way too far.
Yeah.
Way too, like, if I am doing my business and I got I got a prank toilet paper,
Mm-mm.
and you like, no, how am I gonna get out of that? How am I gonna,
Mhm.
like,
Yeah.
Am I supposed to call? Hey guys, I got a poopy butt back here, and the toilet paper's not working. Can someone help me?
Yeah.
I and kudos to Belinda for figuring out the secret to getting it, just stopping it and trying to rip it out using her She-Hulk strength to rip out the toilet paper. But there's a few things you don't mess with, right?
Yes.
You don't mess with my food, and I'm finding out you don't mess with my toilet paper because I didn't even know this was a thing
Add that
until
to your list now.
until they brought this up. Like, yeah, the toilet paper is a very sacred item
Yeah.
to me. In my life, I'm finding out.
And it happened to the best person. Thank God it was Belinda. Because I don't. And
Yep,
that's the thing. If someone had done that to Megan, as we see later on, like it wouldn't have been funny to
for sure.
her.
She wouldn't have had
So
it. She wouldn't have had it.
Jalen and Josh getting next, and they pick their room. They hear the cat, and they're like, "Oh, I'm allergic." And I don't know. I don't understand the whole prank. I would have been a sourpuss. I'd have been like, "Not funny, guys." So no,
Yeah,
I don't want it.
that was kind of funny. It was kind of funny, but if it was happening to me, I wouldn't have found that funny because they moved their stuff out of that room. Like,
Yeah.
I guess we'll take our stuff out of this room since there's a cat in here. I guess.
Yeah. So they're doing the thing they're doing all season long. Boys, you go here. Girls, you go here. We are not having any cheating scandal again. And everyone's feeling good about their relationship. Will does share that he said, like, if it happened today, I'd say yes. But I don't know how I'm going to feel in a month. And he was like, well, I should have ended by saying I'll say yes, but I thought I was being transparent. And that is Will. I He's not
that
wrong in what he said. He doesn't have to say it.
yeah, he does not have a good level of emotional intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's where he and Brittany are really missing each other. She has an
Mm-hmm.
extremely high amount of emotional, well, she has a high amount of emotions. Let me say
Emotions,
that,
yes. Mm-hmm.
and does not have the emotional intelligence to meet that level of emotion she has.
Yeah. When I was going on my roller coaster of Will and Brittany, I think what I'm guilty of was saying, oh, Brittany, just meet him halfway of where he is. But Will also has to do that. But I think why I was excusing him was because I feel like Will just doesn't know how to. He doesn't know the cues. He doesn't know what it is. But for her, she is aware of it. But I think it's not fair because it's the same thing for her. I think I mentioned in one of the episodes that I can literally see her going through the emotions in her head like, don't do it, don't do it, don't say it. And she just can't help herself. And that's where the incompatibility comes in.
I think it's similar with Pat and Rhonda, where I
Mm.
say if this is going to work, it's going to hinge on Pat
Mm.
because if this is going to work, Pat's going to need to stoop down to Rhonda's level and communicate with her the way that she wants to be communicated,
Yeah.
because it doesn't feel like Rhonda is either capable or willing to adjust her style of communication to Pat. We're seeing more Pat is more willing to adjust his style to Rhonda. Will it work in the long run? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, it does feel like Brittany is the one that's going to have to move to Will's version of communication because it just feels like Will is not capable of moving in her direction.
Yeah. It is. And I don't know. I
But
just
real
want it
talk,
to
but he's
work.
capable though. He is like we shouldn't give him like the
We should give him
outs.
credit. Oh, no?
No, we shouldn't give him the out. To be like, well, that's just Will.
Yeah.
This can be learned.
Yeah.
You can. I mean, I think he's trying because I think I think he thinks that when there's an argument, that physical touch will fix it. I think that's part of what he's learned because every time they've had an issue, whether it be in front of the experts, whether it be here in
Yeah.
the room, he like grabs her and brings her to him to like put her in a hug and show her affection that way.
Yeah.
I think that's something he's learned through this. I think that whole honeymoon thing was what he learned. Is like she wants physical touch, she wants physical
Mm-hmm.
affection. He now just has to learn the other part of it, which is like how to emotionally meet her needs.
And cut his sentences short. Like when you think you're about to say it, just don't say it. Just,
Or restructure your sentences,
yeah.
right? Like I
Yeah.
weirdly, I think Derek gave him some great advice later on
Yes.
in the episodes, and we'll get to that when
Yes.
we get there. But I thought
Yes.
what Derek said was really helpful. But he just needs to learn how to uh, emote empathically. I don't know, like really just kind of
Or
meet
just
her where
emote.
she's. Yeah, emote. Just give us a emote. And then Brittany also needs to, like it's a double edged thing. Because Brittany also
Yeah.
needs to learn not to walk into traps she sets for herself.
Yes.
And so it's a thing they both have to work at it.
Yeah.
Is not. I wouldn't really say there is a one person that's in the way wrong here. They both need to adjust their styles of communication.
Yeah. I don't want to forget, but as an aside, I don't like the way Rhonda and Pat speak to each other. Not in terms of like tone, just the cadence. When they were in the car and it was like, when I told you, you were mad. But when I said this, I felt like it's not therapy all the time.
No, these are two people that have been through a lot of therapy,
Yeah.
obviously. Been through like a lot of couples therapy outside of the experts here. Like it feels like in whatever marriages they were in, they had a copious amount of couples therapy because that
Yeah.
is like the therapy talk they're using, like to be
Yeah.
like very specific about feelings and emotions as if they are like in a therapist's office.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with you there.
Yeah. Okay, going back to Will, Will does what he does best. He starts going on about the different kinds of love. There's the familial, the agape, and then everybody's just glassy eyed. And he's like, but basically, he's not in love
Yeah.
with her. That's all he was trying to say.
Yeah. I love Chad. Chad's like, you have a lot of qualifiers on all these statements. He's like, you're an engineer, right? Right? You're an engineer. And was like, well, actually, I went to school. I got a business degree, but yes, I do work in tech consulting. Chad's like, I can tell. You have a lot of qualifiers at the end of your statements.
Well done, Jason.
He gets more and more Texan as I do him.
Yes. It was just funny him trying to make sense of Will. Like, it
Mhm.
has to be engineering, nothing else.
Yeah, but he kind of hit it. He's like, you have a lot of qualifiers at your statements. So, AKA, you need to cut that stuff out. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. So Derek thinks that saying I love you brings out the feeling more. I don't think I agree with that, but if it works for him, I think that's what worked for him. That him saying I love you made her more assured, and then it just made his life easier. And I just feel Derek is like, listen, I don't want to fight. If that's what it takes, that's fine. Because the last thing we saw was Derek saying, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna do that. It takes me a long time. And then by the next scene, so I said I love you.
so I've been told that I love Megan. So
Did
there
I
it is.
say it
I
right?
love her.
Did I say it right? Okay, got it.
I've been told I like to walk the dog, and I've been told that I love her. So that's just what it is, Pastor Cal.
Can I go to bed now? Okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Um, Burning Man comes up again. I'm not going to talk about it again because we've had enough about it. But I honestly can't believe that there was anything left to discuss. But yes, there is. Jalen does think that him not viewing his friends as community is impossible. She cannot comprehend how that is even a thing. That there's no way he doesn't understand what community is. That maybe he hasn't seen it, but she's offended and taking it personally that that's all I've shown to him. And I put in my notes, I'm like, I'm gonna have Jason explain this to me.
I can't. I was like, why? Like, are you trying to? First of all, like, you're fighting about this? This is what you're fighting about? When last episode, he's still talking to his ex, and this is what we're fighting about?
Yep.
The definition of community and whether or not
Yep.
you make community or not. He's talking to his ex, like, and lied to you that he wasn't. How are we just off of that? And
Mm-hmm.
the way we got off of it last episode with Pastor Cal and Pia was like just brushed under the rug. I was like,
Yep.
wait, this can't be the end of it. I guess it was, but now we're talking about community. I'm like, I at some point was looking like I had to pause, like, what are we fighting about right now?
Yep.
I don't understand. And she's
Okay.
like, she's upset because he doesn't believe that she knows how to create community.
Or she's upset that he doesn't see that she is community. Or like
Yeah.
that's her strong suit of hers.
Yeah, I'm great at community. I get an A+ in community. I haven't heard this much use of the word community since the show Community was on the air. But it's like, so, and the way this just spiraled out of control.
Yes.
I'm just like, wait, I'm really trying to put my finger on it because she's way more upset than she needs to be.
Yeah.
That it's as if he's accusing her of something.
Yeah.
As if he's like, you don't know what community is. I know what community is. When he just has a very, very, very specific definition of community, extremely specific.
Yeah.
And She's like, well, I don't fit that. Like, no, you don't. You don't go to an event that is Jalen Day about your friends and family. You just go. You just hang out every now and then. That's not community. Where she's thinking she has her own community of her own friends and family that she
Yeah.
gets together with, that she talks to. He's like, no, there needs to be specific events, specific days, specific things revolving around something that means community. These are two very different. They have two very different definitions of community, and that's okay. And
Yes.
it felt like they were looking for something to fight about, and this was it. I was like,
I'm
what are we
glad
doing?
you said that because for me, I ended up with the whole Burning Man thing, him crying about it. She got the ick. And now she's just picking anything. And
Mm,
because this didn't make any sense, unless they edited something out or we missed something, the way she clung to it, if you know you are a community, why do you need this man that you met 5 weeks ago to tell you that you are a community?
yeah,
Again, didn't make sense.
it was a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
I liked Belinda came in clutch
Yeah.
here because Belinda
Mm-hmm.
sits her down. She's like, listen, you just gotta be patient. It's not about you at all. this
Mm-hmm.
is this is a him thing, and you just need to like be okay. She's like, no, I'm taking it personally. It felt like mom was like annoyed with her daughter, like, "Ugh, you're not listening at all. Like, so but we were talking to Pastor Cal. We had an
Mm-hmm.
interview with Pastor Cal on our
Mm-hmm.
podcast, and we were talking about the fact that it's interesting they got these older folks on the season, and
Yeah.
it feels almost like they're kind of a fill-in for the experts when the experts can't be there, when we know that the experts ain't going to be there a lot. I said the experts love this condensed format thing because now they can't say like it's been so many episodes since you've been here. Like, oh, we're all like every other episode. It's because you only got 14 episodes, okay? But yeah, so it's good that Jalen's here specifically in the role of mother, because if Belinda wasn't Jalen's mother, maybe she wouldn't care as much. But we do see her
Do we
also
mhm.
counseling Brittany later, so it's
Yeah.
like I think that's just kind of Brittany's way, not Brittany, Belinda's
But
way is to
mhm.
like kind of be a counsel to these younger folks. So I was like, okay, I like this a lot. She's trying to get into Jalen's head, like it's not about you. He's just a dummy. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
like he just has to figure things out on his own. So
Yeah.
yeah, and the whole Josh and Community and Burning Man of it all,
Mhm.
I feel like I can relate a little bit
Oh.
because I'm someone that I think found Community like later in life. Like
Mhm.
I would say the Rob has a podcast community, like specifically me being part of it now,
Mhm.
is a form of community that I didn't really have before that. And but I'm not, but like I don't hit my wife over the head with it. Like you need to be just as involved in this as I am. She doesn't want to be involved in the podcast community at all. So it's not something I'm like, I feel offended if you don't want to be part of this community. And I'm more chill with it, but I feel like I can kind of relate with Josh. I'm just not as ridiculous about it.
No, it's not your whole personality
No,
though.
not at all, not at all. And I already had a cemented life before that, but it's just like
Yeah.
I didn't have a whole lot of community before that, but now I do. But it's not like you said, it's not my personality. There's so many other facets to me. I'm a very complex person, Tate. You gotta understand.
Well done. But I think I was so confused because what is he doing at Burning Man? I'm not versed in Burning Man, so I don't know what he's doing there that gives him that community. And also, it's one no, what 10 days in the
Yeah,
whole year, so I don't I need more context. Why
yeah.
nobody asked him that? Why does it represent, or how does it represent community for you that you can dance the night away for 7 days? I don't know, so I can't relate because I don't understand, I
I mean, I'm
guess.
sure that there are people that he's met through Burning Man that he stays in contact with. Maybe they talk a lot about what they're going to do at Burning Man coming up, and then after Burning Man, they talk about what they did at Burning Man, and that lasts a whole year. I don't know. I think there must be probably groups dedicated to it on Facebook or wherever there are groups nowadays,
Yeah.
Instagram, whatever.
I know you didn't say that. You have a
Well, yeah,
group.
I know. That's true. That's very true. So it must be something like that where he's met so many people through it. He has friends that he knows through it that they are simpatico in their interests. That's probably where he gets his sense of community from. It's not
Yeah.
something that he does all the time. It's just something that he has met people through, and that is his community through Burning Man. Which it is weird to have your whole personality revolve around a 1 week event once a year, but I guess that's what he feels like is community, and I guess he just not is not a very well-read person, well-versed person in different community. He found one and he just stuck with it.
Stuck with it. Yeah, he does say that later. I mean, I have an idea for him. He can find a group of people who wear hoochie daddy shorts. Like that's a whole community. He wears that all the time. You know, the weather's nice over
I
there in
mean,
Austin. They
there's
can-
not a there's not a roofing community you can join. That's not a roofers union you can be part of. Who knows?
Exactly. Like they're just. I mean, he likes to work out. We saw him do a squat. Like I don't know. You mean in your gym? But the thing is, he also said, "I don't consider that community." So that's why I want to know. You tell me what is it that makes Burning Man different? I
Yeah,
think that's the whole
for sure.
situation there. Okay.
Yeah,
So the couples have lunch together. Once again, another season where the couples are left to fend for themselves at the retreat because they have Chad that can cook. But I don't know why. This is a good opportunity for HelloFresh or something, but they
yeah.
always make these people.
I need a spin-off or like a cooking competition
Yeah.
of Chad, of Alan from last season,
Clint.
Clint,
Mhm.
all the chefs that we've known over the years. Because
Yes.
for some reason it's almost always men. I was like, that's an interesting factoid about this.
Oh.
And I just need some insight on like why is it this way? Like a cooking competition of all you guys get together and make whatever your signature dish
It's
is.
just, yeah.
But yeah, it is weird that it's just like y'all figure it out. You're good. Chad, that's right. You know how to grill burgers. Okay, cool. We can't get a caterer. We can't hire Rhonda's friends to come and help us out.
I know. Get some barbecue or something. I don't know. Will asked Derek, so Derek, what's your favorite thing that you've learned about Megan? And Megan is like, who's cue carding you? And I was like, I can't believe they left that in.
That producer over there.
And
Right, right after overtime. That's what I read it. Because he surely was like a producer prompted question, and Megan calls him out on it, like,
yeah.
okay, yeah, great. This very stilted question that you just really wanted to know.
The other thing is, I can't believe Will didn't say, like, duh, the producers.
Uh, our producer over there.
um, so Megan doesn't let him talk, and she's just whispering, like we mentioned earlier. Derek found out he loved her. She was like, my humor, my intelligence. And then he
Um,
eventually says,
I thought that was cute. I thought that
you
was
did?
fun. Yeah, I thought it was
I mean,
funny.
it was fun, but it would have been nice for it to just let him say it
Oh, Tate.
without interrupting. I don't know, maybe I'm being harsh, but
I thought it was cute.
I
That was
didn't think
cute.
cute first of all. That was
That
my
was
first
cute.
thought. Okay, so he says he enjoys her passions, that she's smart, and then it's been just so amazing. And then Brittany says that she has come to appreciate Will's mind, even though she didn't understand it in the beginning. And I was like whispering, like, I don't think you still
Yeah,
do.
you still
But
don't. Like, why are you lying right now, Brittany? Like, you don't like how his mind works because you don't like how he makes you feel about your relationship. So why are you lying right now? Why are you trying to make it sound good, Brittany? Come on.
she's trying her best, and that he's uniquely him, and she will never meet anyone like him, and that she knows that he hates compliments, but he needs to get used to it because she's going to keep giving him compliments, and he's an amazing human, and she's blessed to be married to him. I'm like, ooh, all this for you, Will?
A lot.
Will says like she's sweet and he sucks at accepting the sweetness, but she is persistent. I know that was meant to be a compliment.
There was the way he said it,
The
though.
way
It was
he
like the
said
tone. Like, you're really persistent.
it. But that she's smart and she gives him different perspectives on things and he really enjoys being around her. And everyone's like, oh, so was that cute?
I mean, in his way, in his own way, sure.
Chad does what he does every day. You are kind. You glow.
You got a glow about you. He's like, it's weird how we all are in this weird family and this weird time together. And then he turned it from the group and he turns it to Belinda.
Yeah.
But Belinda, you glow.
Yeah.
Your smile, you're so kind, and you're a great mom. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay, all right, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
But Chad's another one. Chad's like, I'm waiting. I still got my eye. Still got my eye on Chad because it's all been puppies and roses so far.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting. What is your take? Because I did notice we've gotten 2 expert visits so far. Nothing with Chad and Belinda. I'm like, is that where Dr. Pepper went and just nothing happened? So they didn't show it because we don't have time? Like, what's going on? We haven't seen them meet with any experts solo yet.
That is true. I just always felt like they have nothing because they don't even show up in the episodes a lot of the times. But I do agree with you that, I mean, I go both ways where I'm just like, is Chad just suffering from his impression? His first impression is just like, I don't know about you, dude, something about you. And maybe he's really a good dude. Or should we just keep waiting and waiting for something to happen? But he doesn't ring true. And until they tell us about the other marriages, our imaginations are going to run wild. So
Right, but I mean, the question is, how would we find out about the other marriages? He's not he's not gonna. Well, let me tell you how I fucked up all my marriages.
she should ask.
But is he gonna tell her? Like he's only talking from his perspective,
Mm-hmm.
and so yeah, I would love to know like what the issue was. Let me talk to his exes, something. But it's just, and we had that one moment where he got snippy with production,
Yeah.
and that seemed to be his one flaw so far. But
Yeah.
he's just so nice. He lays it on so thick that it's like there's got to be something else behind that. There's got to be something there that ain't right. But it seems she seems to be okay. She seems to
Yeah.
be really enjoying it. She seems to be really loving him. So it's like, what is it? Because there's got to be something. Got to be. If we go through this, I mean, listen, we've had very boring couples in the
Yeah.
past where they've had
Mm-hmm.
no issues.
Mm-hmm.
They could be that couple.
Yeah.
It's just something about Chad. It's
It
like
is Chad.
can't put my finger on.
I think
I'm
we
just
all
like
feel the same way.
it's like when is it gonna hit? Like like every segment they get, I'm like, is this it? Is this it? He's like, you're so beautiful. Here's some bread and here's some flowers. It's like, oh damn, like, nope, that's not this time.
Do you think that if we saw them with the experts, will they bring it up? Because I don't know that they will. They matched him knowing this because I thought that they would talk about it when they matched him, which they didn't. And I'm like, oh, they didn't show it. I don't know.
We'll talk about his other marriages.
Yeah, why? No, why they think he's a good match? Because my first thing was like, why do you think someone about to be on their fourth marriage would be a good
Right.
candidate to be matched? They
Yeah.
didn't talk about it.
Yeah, we were talking in our practice like should something like 3 previous marriages like exclude you from Married at First Sight? But I mean, listen, both everyone, all the older people have had marriages, so it's like, I mean, can we disqualify everyone for that?
4?
But 4, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Sorry.
So it's like, but I would like to know. I would like to know the evolution of Chad. If this is Chad in his final best form, what was old Chad like? Like, I would love to know more about that and how he's grown and evolved
Mm-hmm.
from his marriages and what he
Yeah.
learned, what he learned to do and not to do. I would love to hear more about that. I feel like y'all loving the short episodes, 14 episodes. I feel like if we were in Lifetime version, in the Lifetime universe, we know all about Chad and why he is the way he is, what happened in his other marriages. But because we have such a economy of time here, we don't have a lot of time. We're just
Yeah.
like, whatever. We're just leaving the cutting room floor. Chad's a nice guy. That's all y'all need to know right now. But I'm waiting.
Lifetime would have told us in 7 episodes. At that point, we wouldn't even care anymore.
True. I mean, yeah, take the good and take the bad. But I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, I got my eye on Chad. I got my eye on you, Chad. I had my eye on Josh.
Yeah.
He showed some of his true colors. Like, all right, there we go. There's part of the real Josh now. Now I'm waiting on Chad.
Yeah.
And Pat's not far behind. I'm like,
Oh, you think so?
I'm like,
But-
where's the problem?
Well, I'll see. The thing with Pat's is just gonna be he's gonna snap, but I don't necessarily. She's gonna push him, and he's gonna be like,
Yeah.
"I can't do this anymore."
I mean, he almost did in the pull off they had last episode.
That's true. That's
I don't know
true.
if that's his final version of snapping, but we'll see.
The
Yeah.
only thing I want to know about Pat is where is Mama going to? I just want to know where his mom is going to be. That's
Yeah,
my
I
question.
mean, I'm sure he'll get her in a nice facility.
She's in her
somewhere.
own house. Is
For
he gonna
now.
chuck her out of her own house?
I mean,
Well-
he's not going to chuck her out of the house. But I mean, sometimes things happen and you got to go live somewhere else. I don't know. It happens. It happens.
We'll see. We'll see. What Belinda puts me on a roller coaster because that's another person where I'm like, does she like him? Does he not? And then I reached my final form where I was like, okay, she wants to change her name
Yeah.
on provoked, so she does like him. But then he says some things, and then she looks like, and I
No,
don't know
I
if it's
don't
just
really.
her
I haven't
being
gotten
her.
that. I got that on the honeymoon.
Okay.
I haven't gotten that like since then. It feels like all the interactions I've seen for them like after the honeymoon have been pretty positive,
Okay.
and just the rapport and the banter with them feels strong. So I think she's really really into it. I think she really is into him, and
Okay.
until that other shoe drops, we'll see.
Okay. All right. So community comes up again because, Burning Man was not enough. She is frustrated about how he defines community. I know she talked to her mom about it. So, I mean, I am glad that she's bringing it up with him. But she's like, I always bring people together. How do you not know it? And he says that he hasn't seen it. And she's frustrated that he hasn't seen it because I took you to spin class and that was an example of community. And he's like, what?
I I don't like to agree with Josh, but I'm like, it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of true though. Like it's kind of your job, right? Is it really community? Or is it just like your job?
Okay.
What is it?
So I'm thinking, is this a case of men and women see things differently?
Possibly.
You don't see it as community, but like spin class, I've listened to like was it a podcast where they almost called it like a cult? Like people take their spin class
Cult.
like seriously, like it's like a whole thing.
I mean, I've never been into the spin class at all. I've never been into the fitness of it all, honestly. Um, so yeah, I'm not in that world. So maybe it is a part. Maybe these people are like, I will never go to another spin class unless it's taught by Jalen. Like Jalen is my spin instructor, and she's part of my community, right? Like
Yeah.
so maybe it is that serious that where she sees it as her community.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, maybe it's that, but I was kind of with Josh. Like, I mean, is that really community, or is it like a friend?
Yeah.
Is it a friend hangout? Well, I was like, I would know. I don't know if I would go as far as to call it a friend hangout, but I was like, okay, I don't know. I feel like spin class to me, I see is just like a means of exercise, and how outside it's kind of like a Burning Man. Like outside of spin class, what do we do to show community? Like outside of being in this one spot in this one space for this limited amount of time,
Yeah.
how else are we showing community? Is this 45-minute bike ride all our community consists of, or do we go out together outside of spin class? Do we talk outside of spin class? Is that part of the community? Like, I would love to know like what part of spin class is community for her.
Yeah. Those are the questions that I had for Burning Man, but this made more sense to me with the spin class because she's part of, I want to say Cycle Bar, which is like a franchise. And I think, once I had Aid on here and then she was also a part of Cycle Bar and she was just like, oh, that place that happened and yada yada. And they probably have different things that are just like unique to them. And think of it like Peloton. Peloton community. They all think they're communities because they have little things that they do when you ride, when you do things, and I don't know. So that made sense to me. Or like people who have Jeeps and they give each other ducks. They don't know each other, but it's a community because we drive Jeeps. So
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Like, maybe I'm being too hard on Jalen for that. But it was just the way that she broke down. It was just like, I just want you to tell me that I'm good at creating community, and you can't even give me that. Like, it got to a point where it's just like, just tell the woman what she wants to know, what she wants to hear, man. Like, just tell her you're great. Like, and it felt like we got there at the end. He was just like, listen, okay, just so you can stop crying. I think you're great at community. And I was like,
yeah,
this is quite a breakdown over the term community
it
and what community
was.
is, and for her to be like to make it so big, to like you don't know me because you don't know that I create community. It was like, okay, that's a lot. But I guess I'll
Oh
tell
man.
you that because that's where we got to, at the end. He's like, well, I can tell you that I see that you're great at getting friends and family together and you're cycling community together. So yes, you are great at making community. I was like, thank you, Josh. We finally got there. He was fighting it for a while. He was just like, but he
Well,
finally got to the point where he's like, let me just calm her down and tell her I know she creates community.
but on his part, maybe he didn't want to do that because her complaint with the experts was that he was not saying his real mind. and then you're gonna have a problem with something, and he's like, okay, I'm being honest, like, I don't get it, it's not community for me. So
And
it's,
then she's breaking down when he
yeah.
tells her, like, I can't win. It's like, I tell you my true thoughts, and you break down and kind of badger me into
Yeah.
telling you what you want to hear. Because
Yeah.
that's kind of how I felt about it. Where she was just like, she's like, how dare you say I don't create community? I'm just like, okay,
She's
you create community. Are you happy now?
that there was something deeper. But the question I have is, like, he says like he never played sports, but then he says, I was an introvert until I was 28 years old. Is that, like, I didn't think there was like a limit, or like you could have a time limit to be an introvert and then you start being an extrovert. I just thought what you are is what you are till you die.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I would say, as I mentioned, like, I got into the podcasting thing
Mm-hmm.
later in life. I would say it's a spectrum, right? I would say I was such an introvert that I like shied away from even like creating conversation or
Yeah.
talking to people. But I do that now, right? I go on podcasts. I have several podcasts at this point. I seek out people to talk to. So I'm becoming more extroverted, but I'm still not at an extrovert level where I love to be in crowded spaces of people. I love to talk to people that I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm not at that level. So I think it is kind of a spectrum. You don't become just an extrovert when you were an introvert. It's a spectrum of it. You can become a little more extroverted. You can become a little more introverted as you grow, as you age, from one way or the other.
I mean, I think that's true. I think some may say like you're still an introvert, but you're pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. Some may say that,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
who
for
knows
sure. Like,
what that
but
is. But
those are extrovert activities, right?
yeah. Hmm.
Seeking people out and talking to people about things. I could be a total introvert and be like, I'm good listening to the podcast. I'm good. I'm good. Like keeping a distance from a
Hmm.
quote unquote community. But
I know you didn't.
I mean, I did the air quotes. Um, but actually doing actually podcasting is like was a step outside my comfort zone because I was
Yeah.
very like introverted, but it was something I chose to do for whatever reasons. But I still don't really know. Um,
Community. That's why you did
Community. I was looking for community, but
it.
I would still classify myself as an introvert. I think.
Introvert. Yeah. Same. But we at the end of the day, we don't know why she was so focused on this. Her mom tried to give her good advice, and she's like, "No, he will acknowledge I am community."
Yeah, I am the knight. I am community. But it's like, all right, I think we got to a point where she was satisfied enough, but it still seemed like she was still irked about it.
Yeah. I just, she seemed irritated. It's just like, I need you to acknowledge I am this person after being around me. And it's like, she basically strong armed him into saying it. And again, like I said earlier, I just think she's beginning to pull away from him. But he has clarity, like you said. She said, okay, I feel fine, ready to move forward. That was so weird because she
Yeah,
was crying.
yes,
And
it was so odd. It was just like I don't know if she because I feel like it was a big fall from grace from them because I think
mm,
she at one point thought they were this perfect
yeah,
couple, nothing can go wrong, and then we have this social media issue with the ex.
yeah,
Now we have this community issue, which I think she made a way bigger issue than it needed to be.
yeah,
So yeah, maybe she is the shades are starting to come off of the eyes, and she's starting to see more aspects of him that she maybe doesn't love. So,
yeah.
and I think we kind of see because I think there's a subtle lack of exuberance in her from the very beginning
Beginning,
to
yeah.
now, where
Hmm.
she's a little more reserved. She's a little more cautious. It feels like
Yeah.
she's not as bubbly as she was in the beginning.
Yeah. Her love bubble has been burst, and she's now like, okay, I need to like be serious now and not like put my head in the sand and just like, are these things like, she said it perfectly to the experts, are these red flags, or are these things like I should be, concerned about and we can work through? And Dr. Pierre is like, you're married now, everything's fine, move on.
You're trapped. You're trapped. Get over it. Work it out. Which
Okay.
is like what a lot of experts like
Yeah.
advice
Yeah.
boils down to. You're married now. There's no getting out of it. Deal with it.
She got a side eye from me. A couple of random scenes. We check in with Rhonda and Pat. They're there with the family. Rhonda is so happy, and Pat is there for the ride, with his wife.
Oh, come on. I think Pat's having a good time. He seemed to have a good time with the kids, with her family. There was nothing like un a prisoner dilemma here of like, someone help me, please. I think he was having a good time.
It's not a prisoner, and maybe I'm the one I'm projecting on his behalf because he misses out on interacting with people who are going through this experience with him, where he might have wanted to talk it out and do all that. And I think I'm just imagining what Rhonda is at her family vacation, just barking orders at him. But could be projection, it is what it is. Megan is something else. This made me laugh. Derek's mom sent him a text because I don't know. I think he sent his mom a selfie
It looked
and
like he sent her like a production picture
picture.
because it looked like a picture that like some producer took of him in a mirror with a professional camera, and he like
Yeah,
sent it to his mother, and I was like, wait, what is this? Like he's like
yeah.
he's like he's like in the bathroom looking at a mirror in this picture, like, where did you get this picture? Who took this picture? And why did you send it to your mother? And
Yes.
his mother being his mother, being like, oh, I like your hair so much when it's longer in the back.
And then he tells Megan, "Oh, I might go full mullet." Megan is unflappable. She's like, "Sure. Like, don't fault me. Okay, that's fine. I just won't wax anymore." And Derek is like, "Wait, wait."
I say what?
And I was like, "That was perfectly executed,
Yeah.
Megan.
Good job, Meg.
Fair play."
Good job.
Chad and Belinda are by the pool, just chilling. He asks her favorite color. Is it black? She goes going, "Oh, it depends. What are you asking? Is it clothes? Is it lipstick? Is it walls?" And Chad is like, "That was a very well answer."
See,
So,
fun moments. I like seeing a little bit
yes,
of levity and fun with all the couples.
yes. It's pickleball time.
Oh boy.
Will and Brittany and Megan and Derek go play pickleball. And we learned that Brittany hates losing. She's just like, fuck shit.
Oh man,
Fuck.
jeez.
She was mad.
Mad, man. I was like, okay, like it's probably the first time you're picking up a pickleball what do you call it? Mallet, racket, whatever it is. You'll be okay. You can figure it out. But she's like, fuck this. I hate fucking losing. Like, oh my god, okay, relax.
Oh man, that was funny. So Derek is telling them that, his and Megan's communication got better and they both get that they're in it, they're committed. And Will says for them, they process things differently. Okay. They
Mhm,
communicate differently. Okay.
mhm,
He mentions his delivery. I'm like, come on, Will, we're getting there.
mhm.
And Britt says, yeah, she knows that was her issue with him during the honeymoon. And then she does that thing where she pauses and she's like, was that the same for you? My delivery? And he's like, I've gotten over it. It's fine. I get over things quickly. And Britt was like, wait, so there's nothing I need to work on? I'm perfect. Ha ha ha. But there's no laughter. Derek is like, so should we finish this round? And Britt is like, no, I need to know.
Oh,
And I was like, Britt, no,
Brittany,
have a
stop
good time.
stop walking into the traps that you set for
Oh,
yourself. Stop
oh,
poking. Because if you
yeah.
poke long enough, you'll get the bear. And the bear and
Yes.
the because I'm kind of with Will here,
Yeah.
right? Because it's like, yeah, there are some minor things
Mm-hmm.
that annoy me, that irk me, but it's everyday people things. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna make a big deal over it. And it's nothing that I'm not gonna get over like in a short amount of time. She's like, wait, so there's something wrong with me? Is that what you're saying? It's like, no, like you're making like again, just making such a big deal out of things that don't need to be made a big deal of.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, I tell you guys that when I watch Will and Britt, I hold my breath because I'm like, oh no, it's not gonna end well. She's like, you're basically saying I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. Will is like, sure, you're perfect. Leave me alone. Go away.
Well, now he's just trying to get through it, but this
Mm-hmm.
isn't, and this is on him. This isn't the way to get through it.
Yeah.
Just like being dismissive the way
Yeah.
he's being right now is not going to pretend well in this conversation. Is not going to fall on Britney's ears in the right way. So now it's
Yeah.
start a whole thing, a whole back and forth. They were both in the wrong in different parts of this in this moment.
They sure were. And I think Will needs to remember that body language is still communication. So, yes, you're saying all the things, but your whole entire body language is saying something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, he's just like, damn, sometimes I don't know how to navigate through your feelings and emotions when something is going on. He let it out.
But it
Then,
wasn't. But it wasn't even something to let out. It's not as if this is something
yeah,
he was harboring. And it's
yeah.
like, all right, you keep poking me. Fine, I'll tell you something that annoyed me about
Hmm.
you. And now that he's said this, she's like, oh, here we go. Here's the big secret I've been trying to get out of you. It was like, it wasn't a big secret. It was just something small that
Yeah,
because you keep asking me, I'm going to tell you the small thing. And now she's made into this huge thing. It's like, oh, you
yeah.
guys.
Do you remember that conversation they had about her hair shedding? And he's like, "Oh," she's like, "Are you gonna? Is that gonna annoy you?" He's like, "I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, I'm just not gonna make a big deal about it." Like, the thing is, like, what she doesn't see is like you're full of emotions and you make a big deal about stuff. You don't want a partner who makes a big deal about stuff too, because
Mhm.
that would be a whole different thing. You should actually be, oh, my partner, he compliments me in that he can look overlook some of these things, but I don't know. He gives an example though. He says this morning she was in a bad mood. He had to tiptoe around her until she was ready to say something. And she's like, that wasn't enough. Like, what do I need to work on about that? And he's like, there's nothing you can work on. It's not realistic. That is kind of dismissive also.
It's saying it's both telling her there's something wrong with her. Like there's something. It's almost as like, oh, there's something wrong with you, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Like you just have a deficiency, but it doesn't matter. It's like, and I think Brittany feels that so hard. She's like, oh, so there's something
Yeah.
the matter with me. There's something wrong with me. And in his mind, it's like it's just everyday people stuff. It's no big deal. I'm sure there are things that he does that annoys her that she doesn't harp on, but
Yeah.
she's looking for something. She's looking for something to be wrong. And I think now he's annoyed with the fact she keeps looking for something
100%.
for anything. That's what's annoying him right now. And she's like, oh, so now you're irritated. He's like, hell yeah, I'm irritated. You're messing with me, poking me, trying to find something wrong. So if you try and
Hmm.
find something wrong, I'm gonna give you something wrong.
Yeah. And the other thing that she's hearing is you also don't care because in 8 weeks you'll be gone anyway. So what's the point of working
Yes,
on it? So
she is seeing things that aren't there.
yeah.
She is seeing that he is, and I've heard this, out in the community. Um, People talking about Will isn't like her. He's just trying to get through this. I think that's what she's feeling.
Yeah.
She's feeling his lack of emotion is him going just trying to get through this, trying to get through the 8 weeks. But I think that's just who Will is. I think Will's just someone that is not emotive. He's not someone that's going to cause a big fuss over really anything unless it's huge. And I just think that's who he is. I think he likes her just fine. I think he is happy with her until she starts this stuff and then he gets annoyed.
Yeah. Why can't we get him with his friends and family so they can tell us about the exes and how he has been? Or is that are they not showing that to us on purpose? I don't know.
Well, you got to imagine there was a housewarming at some point
Mhm.
that we didn't see because this was shot with the Lifetime
Yeah.
sensibility. So there were brunches after the wedding we didn't see. There
Mhm.
were housewarmings with friends and family we didn't see. Um, so hey, who knows what we didn't see or what she's been told about him? We don't know, but I think she's been with him long enough that she should know this is how he
He
communicates.
operates.
This
Yeah.
is how he emotes, which is what kind of he doesn't. So at this point, for me, it's either like either you like this or you don't. Like if this is she keeps in what's coming up, she'll be like, I don't know if he thinks I'm the one for him. Do you think he's the one for
For
you?
you.
Because
Yes.
you apparently do not like this type of communication. You don't like this type of emotion from him. So is that something you can deal with? Because I don't think it's changing that much anytime soon.
Yeah. And that's a conversation I was having with my friend, and she brought up a good point. Is like, she doesn't know if Brittany has even taken the time to actually figure out if she really actually likes Will. Because
Yes.
she spends so much time on does he like me? Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing this? But it's like you're
Brittany
unhappy most of the time.
Yeah, Brittany is someone that we've seen before where they are so open to this process.
Yeah.
They're extremely open to this. That almost no matter who they got paired with, they were going to be like, "I'm making this work. Like this is my husband." Almost like
Yeah.
from last season,
Yeah.
where she tried to make it work to an extreme level until she just couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah.
That's kind of sort of what Brittany is. I think Will is a lot more likable than KG is,
Mm-hmm.
obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that you could have put anyone in front of her, and she would have this feeling toward them.
Yeah.
Um, I do, and she has to actually step back and ask herself, "Is this actually a good match? Is Will someone
Yeah.
I would pursue if it wasn't Married at First Sight, or is this someone that I'm not really that into and I need to figure it out?" And I think she's masking that for herself by saying things like, "Oh, I don't think he thinks I'm the one for him." It's
Run
like,
from you.
I think you're projecting a little bit. I think it's a
Yeah.
little bit of projection here.
Yeah. Still too soon. There's a part where she says, "Now you seem irritated," and he's like, "Mm-hmm." And
Yeah,
I
because you
swear,
made me
when
irritated.
yeah, and I swear, when she was like, "You are," it was almost like, I know it's bad that you're irritated, but at least it's an emotion.
At
I'll
least I
take
found
that.
that. At least I found the button. At least I
Yes.
found the irritation button. I know where it is now. Which I was like, I thought you found that on the honeymoon. I thought you knew where that
Yes.
was already. But she's like, she hadn't seen it in a while, so now she's like, "Oh, I found it again. I found the button again. Here it is." And
Mm-hmm.
some emotion, even if it's negative emotion, which is like it's not great in a
Not
relationship. Like,
great.
I just need
Mm-hmm.
any emotion, even if it's negative. Just give it to me. It's like you shouldn't be seeking out the negative emotion.
Yeah. But this whole time, Derek and Megan are still there, just standing
Ugh,
there, just watching,
awkward.
just going there. So, and I think that's also part of Will's irritation. Like, they're arguing in public. Like, no one wants to do that,
Yeah, for
hopefully.
sure.
So, Will tells us that he appreciates her asking what she could do. This is a confessional, but she kept digging for him to say something, what he didn't like about her, and now it's escalated. And she's now telling Derek and Megan, like, I didn't know my mood affected him. And he's like, oh, sorry, she's talking to him still. And he's like, I'll do better at letting you know next time. And he says, you kept pushing, and finally I said something. And he's like, we're fine. And she goes, are we? I was like, oh my God. I,
Brittany,
I don't
stop,
know.
girl.
Like, do you enjoy this? Like, even if I had to like lie and make it stop, we can continue this in the house. But this went on way too long. It shouldn't have gone this far.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's gotten so in her head about these things. She's created a mountain out of a molehill. And that's
Mm-hmm.
where it started is like, yeah, you were kind of moody this morning and it annoyed me for a little bit, but we're fine now. She's like, oh, well, are we though?
Yeah.
I'm moody. It's like, oh my gosh. And now she's spiraled this into a he
Yeah.
doesn't like me. I'm not his person. It's like, oh,
Yeah. It was, I don't know, it was a lot of emotions. I was cringing, I was sad, I wanted to give her a hug, but I was also wanted to rewind, like, go back, play pickleball, go back to the fuck shit. It's okay.
yeah. And it's like, and then they like, there's this like transition where
Mm-hmm.
Brittany and Will were apart from Derek and Megan, and you could tell production was like, Derek and Megan, we're going to need you to get in there
Yeah.
and separate these two and talk to them. They're like, okay, I guess. And they like tentatively walk up to him like, so guys,
You want to go
how's
this way?
it going? Brittany, you want to come over here with me? Will, do you want to come over here with me? It was so awkward.
It really was. I mean, Megan already was like awkward, and she was already trying to find a way to escape. But
You know what I kind of learned about Megan?
yeah,
She seemed a little standoffish before, but it feels like Megan is like I mean, I don't know if I'm using this term right, but a girl's girl. Am I using the term right? Because
hmm
she seems there for her ladies, right? For her women friends, especially Brittany. Like in this moment, she's like taking her and like because I think there was a moment in the pickleball court where Will goes, "Oh, you're perfect," and and Megan goes, "Oh, I could have told you
I
she
could
was
tell you that.
perfect." Yeah. So and later when they get into the argument, Megan goes and checks on her. It's like I think I'm seeing Megan in definitely a better light in this drop.
Yeah, I think the thing about Megan is that whole fight or flight. If she's fighting for herself or defending herself, that's when that Megan comes out. But when she's regular, it's like, don't bother me. Like, just feed me and be nice to me. I'm good.
Mhm,
And I'll be there for you. I'm loyal. She seems like a loyal person, it seems.
for
So,
sure.
Will, yeah, the boys and girls separate. And Brittany's like, he's very moody. And she struggles if he doesn't say things because he doesn't want confrontation. Do you get that from Will?
She said she doesn't know if he just doesn't want confrontation
Confrontation
or he
or if
doesn't
he doesn't
really
care.
care. I said it's a little bit of both because he doesn't care in the way that like it's nothing to him. It's not that he doesn't care about you I don't care about your emotions. The things that you're doing is like not a big enough worry for him to even bring up, which also is a way to say he doesn't want confrontation either, because he's not going to start an argument over something little, which
Yeah.
is what these things are. And he also not in the doesn't care that she's talking about it. The way she's saying he doesn't care, meaning he doesn't care about her.
Yeah.
I think he cares about her. He just doesn't care about all the little argument stuff he can get into, which I think a lot of people would be like, oh, cool. He doesn't
Yeah.
start arguments about nonsense. But for some reason, I think Brittany almost thrives on starting conversations about nonsense, and he's not for it. And that is worrisome for her.
I wish the show showed more about the things that Will does well, because unless there's nothing, then I think this makes sense why she's like leaning towards that. Because if she has something where she's like, but he does this for me or he does that for me, besides the pulling her close when she's upset, I'm trying to think now, what does he do for her? I know she said he's amazing, he's smart, but what does he do that we see is a good thing that he does well for her?
I think we saw a rehabilitation of Will in the last drop, where he's calling her when he's away. I think the physical affection aspect was really big for them, because
Yeah.
that was an issue for her. And I think he's moved in that way to
Mhm.
her. But I mean, what is he doing for her? I could ask you that about anyone. What is anyone doing for anyone in this situation? What is Brittany doing for Will? Like what does that look like? I think he's doing all he can do. And I do think he recovers well, because when he's apologizing, when he's coming back after arguments,
Mhm.
he's saying all the right things. Whether or not he is going to do
Sincere.
those things is a different question. But he's saying the right things, I think, in these conversations. But what is he doing for her? I don't know. What is she doing for him?
She's asking. She's wanting to get to know him. She's telling him that I like you. And
Um,
I
yeah, I guess.
Jason's like, okay.
I guess. I mean, yeah, I
Well,
just
let me give you an example. Like kind of like how we know what, let's say, Chad is doing for Belinda. We know he gets her flowers. We know that he gives her words of affirmation. What was the note that he wrote? And she was like, "You better continue to do this." Even with Brittany, I think when he left and he traveled, she put a note on the dry erase board, like "Happy to have you home," or "I want to be with you." Like I can tell that, but I think with Will, I feel he has to be doing something. I mean, maybe I'm hoping, but I think if she has that, it's kind of like, why not lean on the good things that he's doing? But if there's absolutely nothing, then I can understand why she's really feeling like there's no net here.
I think for her, the communication part is such a big aspect,
Yeah.
and that's what he's missing. That I think she is hyper focused on that.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the issue is. I think she has such a hyper focus on the him not affirming her in the
Yeah.
way that he wants to be affirmed. That's the biggest issue in their life right now. So that's where he's lacking.
Yeah.
And that's where she is right now, and where we are in the episode is that
Okay.
he's so non-affirming that
For her.
it's putting her off, to be like, oh, he just doesn't like me then, I
Mhm.
guess. It's like, no, it's just he's incapable right now
Yes.
of giving you the type of affirmation you need. It seems
Okay.
like Brittany needs a lot of affirmation, and he's just not someone that
Me
historically has
neither.
given that. So he needs to learn that. They need to learn more about each other. Belinda will say it perfectly coming up. She'll say, "You guys are in a new relationship. Y'all don't know each other. Y'all real talk don't know each other. So y'all don't know your quote unquote." They talked about love languages on the honeymoon, but y'all don't know. Y'all aren't yet in the practice of giving each other the love and affirmation that each person needs. It's about moving from where you are to where the other person is, and neither one of them have really done that quite yet.
I think something that plays a part too is comparison. I think comparing to the other couples, like, oh, Derek just said, I love you. Oh, look what this person does. If you really did that, and I can't fault her, girl mind is, if I should be able to bring this out naturally in you, even if this is how you are, my love, not love per se, but like your feelings for me should be able to make you change. And it's just not realistic.
As the philosopher KB from Love Is Blind once said, "Comparison is the thief of joy."
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very right, because in Will's mind, I'm sure it's like it's been a little over a month I don't know if I can tell you I love you yet.
Yeah.
Whereas Derek had that same had that same mindset, but Megan got him right. She's like, no, you better tell me you love me right now, and he did it. I just don't think Will is so set in his ways that I don't think
Yeah.
he's going to really move from his perspective. Where
Hmm.
it just feels like he's like love. I mean, love's a really strong word. I don't know if I can get there yet. And when he was talking about the different types of love at
Hmm.
the boys' chat, I'm like, oh my gosh. So he's just not there yet.
Yeah.
It's not that he'll never get there. It just might take him longer than it takes Brittany. It feels like Brittany falls in love pretty fast from what we've seen. Because I think she's there, and he's just not there yet.
I- Another thing with Britney, I think, is she never makes the past the 3 month mark. I think on national, finding out on national TV that even with this, if I don't make the mark again,
Mhm.
then it's me. I'm the
Yeah.
problem. And then she's trying so hard, like I will not be a statistic. And it's like she's not even enjoying the process. It doesn't seem like she's enjoying the process. And it's like,
Well, she's so in her head all the
yeah,
time. Yeah,
yeah,
you're right. She can't just enjoy what she has. I mean, she enjoys these small moments, but then it
yeah,
feels like as soon as that one moment is over, she's like picking apart everything he does,
everything
everything
that,
he
yeah,
says, to see like, does he love me yet? Where are we now? As we found out last episode,
yeah.
she's asking him every other day, "What are you going to say on decision day?" Like, don't worry about what he's going to say on decision day. Just live
Live,
the
yeah,
experiment, live the life. And
yeah.
she's too into everything to really sit
True.
back and like, Chad and Melinda are such a great example. Like, just
Yeah.
have fun, enjoy it, sit back. What happens will happen. But
Yep.
she's too involved
Yeah.
in the feelings of it all.
It's not the be all end all. Will tells Derek that, she asks questions, but then she hyper focuses on things like, how did you sleep, for example? And he's like, it was a full bed, not enough space. I kept tossing and turning. And she's like, I kept turning and tossing. And he's like, no, I meant myself, not you. But she's so deep in the weeds that
Yeah, are you talking about me? Like, like I didn't really get what this was. I was like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? She's like, she misheard you, or is she thinking that you're implying that you're talking about
you
her?
talk.
Like,
Yeah.
which
I
was
think
it?
it was both. I was thinking like with implying that she was talking about her, or like were you turning and tossing because of me? Like if I
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
here, you'd
yeah,
sleep well. So oh my god, I don't even bring you
yeah.
peace in your sleep.
Yes, I could definitely see that. I could see that for her.
So
Yeah,
Derek is like, oh, so she thinks everything is about her that you're feeling, and it makes it difficult to bring things up because she's just focusing on like, oh my god, what did I do wrong? Why am I causing this to happen? So Derek is like, and it looked like he was talking to Megan. He had that look in his face when he's talking to Megan, like, please God, I'm just hope this doesn't turn into something else. But he's like, you could try not to be so blunt. And when she asks questions, it's because she's just trying to relate with you. And when you're blunt and direct that way, it's like you're rejecting her. I'm like, come on, Derek.
I said,
And
Derek, call Rhonda, let her know that as well. Like, I was like, it's so crazy. This is the same advice he should be giving Rhonda, because it's like
yeah,
Derek's like, well, she's just trying to relate to you by asking questions. It's like,
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
same issue Rhonda has.
But that's the thing. We know the thing about Rhonda and Pat. They don't know. They haven't seen it. So that's why I wanted them there. Like, let everybody see it and be like, oh.
Yeah.
So she tells Megan, like, I mean, she's crying and she's like, I think he just doesn't like me. And he just needs to tell me I don't deserve this shit. This happens all the time. And that's where all the baggage is
I like
just coming.
I like they're almost trying to shield themselves from the microphone, and they can't be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you think he doesn't like you?
Yes.
Like, maybe like we already know Megan doesn't know how microphones work, because she
Yes.
went in that room and the microphone wouldn't pick up her when she was standing there for some reason. And she also like, you don't think we can still hear you guys? We can still hear you. That's the whole point of microphones. But yeah, I don't think Will has done anything outwardly to show, from what we've seen. I'll say
Hmm.
that, from what we have seen, to show that he doesn't like this woman. I think it's just the way he is, the way he interacts is not the way she used to people interacting with her. But from what I see, I feel like Will likes her just fine.
That's the problem. Just fine.
Well, he's
It
not
should be.
expressive.
Well, it should be. I think. I mean, for her, for what she wants someone to love her loudly.
Yes.
and proudly. And he's just like, I mean, it's like when you eat something and you're like, oh, did you like it? Was it delicious? It was all right.
Yes, exactly. It's like,
So,
what do you want to eat for dinner? I don't know, whatever. Or it's the people, where do you want to go tonight? I don't know, where do you want to go? It's like
yeah.
you can't really express an opinion, like you said, loudly. And then the problem is when he is expressive, he doesn't communicate it the right way.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where she's valid is like,
Mm-hmm.
if you really, really liked me, would you still be so even keeled about it? I
But I
don't
think he would. I think he would. I think it's just
know.
who he is. I don't think he's ever going to be like, "Oh my god, I love you so much. Like you are the world to me." He's never going to get. You're never going to get a Chad, uh, expression of love from Will. It's not who he is right now.
I was about to make a point, but it goes back to like physical touch. When they first got married and they were like, you may now kiss the bride, and he pulled her in for this long hug. But I'm like, that's physical touch again. That's where he's most expressive. Okay. Brittany's still crying. They've gone back to the house and she has written the script, the narrative that she is not his person. She is saying it like fact now. And she's like, there has to be a reason why he hasn't opened up to me. So she's talking to Belinda and said, but he opened up to Chad, which I'm like, that is not comparable. And Belinda says, they're not, you're
Did we
not in a
see him
relationship.
open? Do we see him open with Chad? Am I missing something, or
No,
is this another scene on the cutting room floor?
another scene.
It was like, why even say that if we're not gonna if we didn't see that? Like, I was like, what?
Keep up, Jason.
Yeah, like, come on, like, would you say that? Like, we didn't see him open up to Chad, and what does opening up to Chad look like?
But I mean, the thing is, like, the fact that she even thought that would be the same, like, opening up to your boys is not
Yeah,
the
not at
same as
all.
opening up to your romantic partner that you just met 5 weeks ago, your wife, I guess. But Jalen joins them. And she says, like, Brittany's not getting what she's giving. I wish Jalen did not join this conversation because it was bad advice. Belinda's like, well, you can tell that something holds him back, which was interesting. I trust Belinda's point of view. And I'm like, oh, I really want to know what she's seeing from her point of view and all that. And Jalen says, like, yeah, he just analyzes everything. I mean, we all knew that. And Belinda says, I wonder maybe if you got to see yourselves. I've been screaming for the iPad moment all season long. I want that so bad that maybe she would see him showing affection. And Jalen's like, well, if he was doing it, she would see it. I'm like, well, I'm not really. She's blinded
Jalen,
by her narrative.
Jalen, please go to Burning Man or something. Please, we don't need this right now.
Go to your community.
Like, it's literally like, sweetie, I'm busy right now. Okay, mommy's busy giving advice.
Yeah. And Belinda says, like, you listen, they're new. He's doing it his way until he learns her way. I'm like, clap, clap, Belinda.
Yes, exactly. Belinda should replace Dr. Pepper as the expert because Dr. Pepper has apparently decided to clock out for the season. Yeah, but she's exactly right. Like, he's doing it his way because he don't know your way yet.
Mm-hmm.
Which a month in, I'm like, I feel like it kind of should at this point. You know what I mean? Feel this way, but I feel like it's a smidge of stubbornness that you don't want to go the other person's way. If you're a month in, you know their communication style,
Yeah.
you know their style of love, and you're still not willing to move that way. But it's on both their ends though, so
Yeah.
they're both the culprits here.
Yeah. So Will and Brittany are in the room. They have a conversation, and he's saying, like, to me, it wasn't a big deal. And then she's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. The same thing she accused him of doing, of
Oh,
saying, like, you said you were fine.
I
She's like,
said, oh, oh, so the shoes are on their foot now, huh? Now you're the one being like withholding and
yeah.
not telling him what the issue is. I said, isn't that something? Isn't a pot calling the kettle black? Now she goes, I can see you tearing up. She's like, no, I'm not. This is very hot in here. It's very sweaty. It's like, girl, no.
Oh,
And
man.
what did he do? What did he do when he saw her?
Pull
Right?
her
Pull her right
close.
in. Said, come here. But it's not enough though. It's not enough.
It's not. He needs to. I mean, he says all the things. He says, I need to focus on talking softer. And does he do it? We'll find out. But she's like, it's bigger. It's bigger than that. And then she tells him, like, there's got to be a reason why you're not able to be vulnerable with me. Like, I wonder, like, do you even trust me? And she's like, and then she's like, I know you care about me. I know you care about me. And it's like, maybe I'm in my head too much. And then like, am I your person? And like, is there an emotional connection? And I'm like, now which one does he tackle? Like, I just wait. I'm trying to keep up.
She's just bombarding him at this point, and it's like,
Oh.
slow down a minute, slow down. And I love when he goes like, "Well, what does vulnerable look like to you?"
Mm.
Like, because it's him trying to learn her. It's him trying
Mhm.
to learn what do you mean? What do you mean by be vulnerable? And when she goes, I don't. There's got to be some reason I'm able to open up. I'm sure to him, he's like, what do you mean? Open up about what? Like,
Yeah.
what do you want me to say or do that will be opening up to you? I think he's probably confused about what she means by like, and it's got to be some reason you're not opening up. Like, I'm sure in his mind, he's like, I feel like I have opened up. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. The thing is, like, Will thinks they're going at a good pace because this is not the first time where she said something about, oh, I don't know where you stand. I don't know how you feel. He's like, huh? And then one time she's like, I don't know if you're into me. And I think he was like, duh. Like, it's just, he
Yeah,
seems shocked every time. Like, am I missing something? Like,
I,
that's how.
I think in his mind, he's showing her
Yeah.
that he likes her, or quote unquote, he likes her. He was not going to use the love word yet. I think in his mind, he's showing her she needs you to tell her. She needs you to be explicit in your like of her.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then next thing I heard was him saying, like, well, if I knew what was missing, we wouldn't have those questions. I'm like, wait, so are you saying something is missing?
Well, no, but she asked him like, "But do you think there's an emotional connection?" He goes, "It could be stronger." What, bro? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, this is the exact problem.
Oh
The,
my
the
god.
if you even want to put it out there, which you didn't even need to say anything about, it could be stronger. Yes, I have a very strong emotional connection to you. Just
Yes.
leave out it could be stronger. Like, yes, duh, it could be stronger. You don't need to say that. But it feels like he's someone that needs to say the truth at
Yeah.
all times. He needs to put it out there so that he doesn't misrepresent himself in a
Yes.
way. To be like, I need to tell you how I'm feeling so that you are up to date with everything I feel about you right now. Like, but we don't need that all the time. Like,
Yeah.
in this moment, make her feel good, make her feel wanted, affirm her. But he can't let the he's not going to let the truth he's not going to let the truth get in the way of affirming, right? He's not going to be like, I at all times I need to tell you what I'm feeling and thinking, even if
Hmm.
it is blunt, even if it is, matter of fact. I'm going to tell you how I'm feeling. I'm not going to let emotion get in the way of the truth. I should have said it that way instead of the other way around.
Yeah.
I'm going to let emotion get in the way of truth here. I'm going to tell you my truth at all times.
Yes, Will has pledged allegiance to himself. Like, I will be true to myself, even if it makes you cry. Like, it is what it is,
And
as long as I'm
I don't know if
honest.
he's feeling that way about it, like even if it makes you cry. I think in his mind he's like, this should make you cry. I'm just being honest. Like,
I know, but I mean, I just feel like we know enough of the fact, like, it doesn't take much for her to, like, feel upset. So you should know that. Like, they always say he's a smart guy. You know what's going to happen. She's an emotional person. Like, at this point, you can tell that she's emotionally, like, exhausted. She has ran marathons in her mind about the narrative that she's not his person. So it's a time bomb right now. Like, just shut up.
but he doesn't have that
The
emotional
capacity.
intelligence
Mhm.
to be able to like to know what she needs. Because
That's crazy.
I think if he knew what she needed, he would give it to her. But I don't think he's unwilling to give it to her. I just don't think he's
He
like,
knows how.
yeah, exactly.
Ugh,
And that's why they are so mismatched. Which is like, I how are you feeling about the matches overall this season?
you know, I think they were good matches. I think it's hard with Will. How did they not sense how he was in terms of how can you gauge that? Let me put it that way. Is it enough time for you to be able to tell that this is someone who is not good at words of affirmation? No, we know the history with Brittany. We know Brittany needed that affirmation from jump. She was clear about her relationships, her past. And it's like you met a man who was very like honest. I want to believe that they cut everything off and we just didn't see it. And why did you think this would be a good match when this is something that's very like number one for her?
It's foundational to who
Yes.
she is as a person to
Yes.
get that affirmation, and
Yes.
the fact that he's not capable of giving it,
Yes.
should have been like a, yeah, we can't match these two because they're not going to give what each other needs emotionally. So
Yes.
I think they're probably I think they're the worst match on paper. I think
Yeah.
they thought Pat. I don't know if they saw the stuff with Rhonda coming. I don't think they knew this was going to be the issue with Rhonda when they matched these two.
Well, remember, I can't remember which guest said it, but her kid said it.
Yeah, she's
You're
very
very
stubborn.
stubborn. You
Yeah,
want your way of the highway. They want that.
I don't know if they thought it would manifest in this way.
But can I say, like, I think that this is something that I think they should add to the show, like a panel of friends, family, exes, whoever. I don't know if you watch Ready to Love, but they bring their exes, not to that level, but show a panel, talk with them, and have an idea of what you're dealing with because you would get the truth. Since you're cutting out the whole friends and family introduction at the vows, then you should do that part.
Yeah, I think the whole thing of the X. I think X's is good. I don't think you should include friends and family. I think if you're able to get
Mhm,
X's, and it's also like I don't need your good X's. I need your bad X's. Like if they're willing to subject their bad X's to this, that would be the best. Because what are the flaws? What are the bad things you look for? I think that is what you need to look for more than what are the good things. Tell me the
yeah,
bad things. Tell me the flaws so we can avoid those problems. It's not that the flaws will preclude you from getting matched. It's just that we need to know what your strong parts are and what your weak parts are, so we can match you correctly.
yeah,
So I think that might be something to look into for them because yeah, there needs to be something to be able to more accurately match these people. Because like I said,
yeah.
Brittany and Will, I don't think they're a good match. They're physically they are beautiful together. Like
And they
they
have
are
chemistry.
yeah, they have chemistry. They're a good looking couple. They
Mhm.
have, like you said, they have chemistry. I think it's very important that they be able to communicate with each other on each other's level
Yeah.
emotionally, and it's not there.
Yeah. I mean, I flip flop. I reserve the right to change my mind all the time. But I think at some point, and I think I still believe that all five couples can make it work. It's just going to be time and a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
But no one has to go through all that, especially Brittany. Like, either way, I'm team Brittany. So if this doesn't work for her, she doesn't need to have struggle love, honestly. So, you
That's
know.
right. That's right.
All right. Speaking of Pat and Rhonda, Pat does a good thing, at least to the rest of us in the world. Surprises Rhonda with tickets for a show. And instead of Rhonda to be like, you know what, thank you, honey. Thank you for thinking of us. Bring up the calendar every time. Every act is not an opportunity to lecture Pat. But she chooses for it to be a lecture and tries to tell him why they need a shared calendar. I'm sure it involves stories of her family and wasn't listening and why they need to have one. And he just walked away to the register,
Yeah, I mean,
according to
listen,
her. She's not, I don't know if it's a
right?
reliable
Narrator.
narrator there, but that's what she said.
Yeah, I'd love to see the security footage in the store of what happened because I'm sure it was like it probably started in the car about the shared calendar. It spilled over into the store. Pat was looking. They're looking for something specific. Pat sees a salesperson. He's like, "Let me ask the salesperson real quick about what we're looking for, and then we can get back to you yelling at me." But then she took it way left. Like, oh, he just left me. You know, I was trying to explain to him why we need shared calendars, but he didn't want to listen to me. It was like, and then she goes, and he asked me if I was okay, but I wasn't going to bring it up because I didn't want to be accused
Oh
of
my God.
lecturing. It's like it's not it's not about the fact you can't bring up something. It's the
Mm-hmm.
way that you do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the scolding, it's the teaching, it's the making someone feel lesser than or that they did something bad. It's like bad dog, you did bad. It's
Mm-hmm.
about approaching it gingerly and not making it feel like like you're his mother or something. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think the shutting down and not communicating is not the way to go. If you have
Mm-hmm.
an issue with him and the way that he brought this up, you can bring it up. Just don't do it in the way. Don't do it in the scolding way you have been. Don't touch his arm. And be like, see now, this is what you did wrong. The way she does, just like there are ways to bring it up without
Yeah.
without belittling him in a way.
Yeah, and it's so crazy because that first like conflict that they had during the honeymoon, we're all like,
Yeah,
"Wow, look
like
at that!
Rhonda,
Look at
good
the
for
relation."
you. Yeah,
Little did we know.
we didn't know what we were in for. And I think that's the show was probably like they're gonna eat this up and then leave. Just they wait.
The rest of the couples get their revenge on Megan and Derek, and they throw water balloons at them. And Megan is annoyed because she has to rewash her hair for dinner. But she saw the silver lining, and she's like, "At least I look good. I'm gonna be looking good for dinner, so
It's
yay."
like, well, Megan, I was annoyed that I couldn't wipe my shit up the way I want to. So turnabout is fair play. Like
Oh,
as if she didn't deserve it.
yeah,
What?
yeah,
Like Derek was having fun with it. Derek was like, "Oh,
yeah.
guys, oh," and she sat there like as they were like pelting her with water balloons, like I'm so
Mm.
like she just couldn't take it. I was like, "Oh, come on, give me a break." I'm sure if they knew they were pelting a pregnant woman with water balloons, they would
That
be
would
a
be
little
different.
more they would be a little more tactful with it. But yeah, she of course just wasn't having. I was like, all right, Megan, you don't have to be a killjoy.
And that's the thing. Derek is always saying like, "I love her sense of humor," and I'm like, "Where is it?"
I think she has like a dry wit about her that we've seen, but she's just not a. I wouldn't call her a fun loving person.
She's not a sitcom.
No,
She's like a 30 Rock type
there you go.
The
Yeah,
Office
perfect.
situation. Got it. Okay, so dinner, final scene. I thought that it was squashed, it was good, but Brittany is still frustrated. And she's not feeling good about the dinner. But you know what? She doesn't want it to feed into dinner. So that's why she goes into dinner with her face very clearly showing us that she's upset
Hmm.
at dinner. And they do the whole round robin. How is it going? How are you doing? Jalen is like, this retreat was successful. We worked through our tough conversations. Camera pans to Brittany. She's holding
Hmm.
it in.
Hmm.
Chad chimes in again, gives his fatherly advice. And then Derek is talking about projection. You have to learn. I don't know if he was like subbing them. You have to learn to ask clarifying questions instead of making assumptions because then it's going to fester. Camera pans to Brittany,
On the verge of tears.
like just barely holding it together. And Will is like, yeah, you're right. I need to ask because how I think it went is not how it is in her eyes. And then the girl suddenly stopped backing her up. Like she doesn't even say a word. They were just like, he gave an example of what he said and was like, oh, yeah, it could be stronger. And he said it really confidently too. Like,
Yeah.
I was being real.
Mm. And and again, Megan is like sticking
Yeah.
up for Brittany, being like, "Well, if you said it to me, I also would have been concerned that you're the way what you're saying is we're not connected."
Yeah.
And it's just like you just need to answer more clearly because what
Mm-hmm.
you're saying, number one, is not clear, and
Yeah.
it makes it sound bad. Like
Mm-hmm.
your first answer is a negative answer. Start with the positive, and if you need to, then go into the negative, but you don't need to go to the negative all the time. Start
Yep.
positive, stay positive. That's what she's looking for in this moment. And as everyone keeps talking and talking, just the red in Brittany's eyes, just like the tears are about to come down. She's ready.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of, he's right next to her.
Yeah.
Instead of turning to her and like trying to console her, ask her what's wrong, he is so just in his own like thing about trying to
Gonna
make
get my
himself
story out.
clear, trying to
Mm-hmm.
explain himself. He's not even paying attention to her. Meanwhile, everybody else at the table is eyes on Brittany and being like, "Oh my god, are you okay? Like, oh my god, you're crying." Which
Yeah.
I'm sure for everyone else is like very awkward.
Yeah. But here's the thing though, these are the things when he does something like this because we know he's capable of, at the very least, pulling her close. Physical affection. He does nothing. And he's just watching her even when she excuses herself, like she's like sobbing. And then she goes to the bathroom and he's just like staring like it's almost like he didn't say it, but in my head I was like, did I do that? Like it's like was it me? And everyone's like, and he didn't go even check on her.
He seemed a little oblivious. I don't know if he was
Yes.
like, it's like, oh, I guess you had to go to the bathroom, huh, guys? They're like, no, you idiot, you just made her cry.
Yes. So these are the times where I'm like, okay, when people say like he really doesn't care about her, like this is very blatant. I don't know. This is where I go back and forth. Like I can't decide what it
So
is.
it's either I just don't see him not caring about her. I think it's either he himself right now is upset and he's like, all right, you're gonna go off and cry, or he doesn't know that he's done something wrong at this moment. I don't think it's that he doesn't care about her.
No, it's not that. But it's just what world do you see your wife crying?
Yeah.
Whether it was me, whether it was anyone else, and you're like, oh my God, is she okay? Even if you say, Megan, you go check on her if you feel like she needed a girl or something, and you didn't even get up, go and let her chase you away. He sat there.
Well, listen, we saw how he handles this on the honeymoon. He let her run away, and he was like, "Oh, well, she's gonna do whatever she's gonna do. I'm right here. I'm always gonna be where I'm at." And so I think he definitely does not handle these situations well at all.
Oh, and that's a big problem because she says she feels hurt and disappointed that everyone else at the table seems to get it except him, and he is a smart guy. And I think that's where I might have to disconnect. Like I agree he's smart, but not smart in emotional cues. That part. So she's in the bathroom crying. She's like, this shit always fucking happens to me. And then she's trying to tell herself, get it together. I'm like, girl, just let it out at this point. It's gone.
Yeah.
So Megan goes to check on her, and that's how the episode ends.
Yikes. We saw it coming up this season. Was there I don't feel like there was anything there that was like super concerning. I don't know if they were trying to really give us a more light to this season still to come, or if there's not much conflict left.
Yeah. They can't be. It's just like what, 2 episodes? It's 2 episodes left.
Technically 3 episodes and reunion.
So there's 11, 12, and then the finale, and then reunion. So 4. But the coming up, oh, okay, yeah, they included Decision Day, actually. So, yeah, I thought it was just the next drop.
Listen, it seems like we're getting all 5 couples at Decision Day, which is a feat in and of itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that seemingly all 5 couples make it at least to the Decision Day couch, which we haven't had. I don't know. When's the last time we actually had that? It's been a few seasons for sure that we had all 5 couples.
No, they didn't make it. I was about to say San Diego. Nope, they didn't make it. Oh,
it's been a while.
Houston. Everybody make it? Yeah, because even Michaela and
Brett and Ryan. I think.
Although yeah. No, they broke up before.
Did they?
Ugh. When he was on the dating app.
Yeah. So it's been quite a while.
Wow. New Orleans? No. Atlanta?
Brett and Olivia didn't make it to Decision Day. They went to a Decision Day, but they had already broken up by then.
Atlanta?
Let's see.
Claire and Ryan. Bree and Vince. Mm-hmm. 80s guy and Haley.
Well, Chris and Paige, did they?
They
made it.
Yeah, they did. They brought them for Decision. We didn't know why, but they came and.
So does that count? Oh. Yeah.
That's so funny. Wow.
Wild.
That's crazy. So then it's DC. That was season 10. You just. No, you didn't. We just did 11. You did 11. Yeah. Okay.
I guess so.
Wow, that's crazy. So, I mean, I guess that's it. I am way too invested in Will and Brittany. I just need to take a step back and just.
I mean, listen. We are Black folk. We are invested in Black love.
Yes.
So I think it's just normal that we're invested in the one Black couple we have this season.
Yeah.
But who knows? I think they're terribly mismatched. Yeah. But we've had more mismatched people, not more, but we've had mismatched people make it work before.
All I can think of is Shawnice and Jeffy. They came through it. They're together. They have kids. So nothing is impossible.
Whether they're actually together or not, who really knows?
They're together. I check all the time. I just peep every single time. But
all I see on her social media is herself. I'm like, where is your husband at?
Every now and then she puts him up on there. But okay, who has your bouquet for this episode?
Has my bouquet. Megan has my bouquet. Okay. Uh, forget all y'all that hate Megan, want to vilify her. I think she did great this drop. Okay, so I'm gonna give it to her and her baby.
Oh, the youngest MAFS cast member.
Sure, sure,
um, I'm giving mine to two people, and that's Derek and Belinda. That was clutch advice, good advice at the right time, and I appreciated it.
for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
Who has your ashes?
Dr. Pepper, where you at? Where are you, Dr. Pepper? Okay, you started this whole thing, and now you in season 19, you calling it quits? You giving up? Come on, need to see you. I don't want to mean just on decision day. If in this next drop, we need some Dr. Pepper visits, some solo Dr. Pepper visits for her to justify her paycheck this season. She needs to show up on this drop and talk to these people.
This has been happening for the last few seasons. We've been seeing her less and less, and I will be actually surprised if we see Dr. Pepper in season 20.
You think? Yeah, I mean, possibly. Yeah.
Although go
I'm
ahead.
really curious to know what the overhaul will be if there is one. I definitely think Pastor Cal should stick around. I know you have your issues with Pastor Cal.
No, I do, but I like Pastor Cal. I really do. He's just inconsistent.
And listen, it might be because we talked to Pastor Cal on our podcast. Yeah. I'm biased, but I enjoy Pastor Cal. Dr. P is good. She keeps people in check. It's Dr. Pepper. Like, I don't know what you're doing. Dr. Pepper needs to come in this next drop, and she needs to come correct in order for me to salvage her being on this program.
Yeah. I like Pastor Cal.
I don't know. I've heard you talk some crap about Pastor Cal before.
He said some things. I'll call it out, but I like Pastor Cal. Who has my ashes? My ashes go to two couples. It's gonna go to Will and Brittany, and to Josh and Jalen, because that whole community talk just did my head in. And Will and Brittany, it's like, guys, get it together.
Yep.
So
for sure.
Okay. Always a pleasure to have you, Jason.
Thank you so much. Always a pleasure to be here, Tane. And I'm number one honored that I was called your favorite in the beginning, and then flabbergasted that you called me by the wrong name later. You win this round, Brian. I'm coming for that favorite spot.
Oh, work harder, Okay, share with people where they can find you, Jason.
You can find me on my podcast called A Perfect Match, where me and Asia Wealth. I keep calling her Asia Wealth, even when I'm not talking about her.
Her has a nice ring to it.
Immaculate Wealth. Asia Welch. Me and Asia Welch. We also talk about the show Married at First Sight over our podcast, Perfect Match. You can check us out on the Love at First Sight feed on Robin's podcast. Just type in Love at First Sight, and you will get the feed where we have Love's Blind and this season Married at First Sight. We also have a Patreon over there. You go to patreon.com/Perfect Match Podcast. You will find a Patreon. We've had a few different guests this season. We've had some of the same guests that Tate has had. We had Michael from season 17, and we had Camille and Thomas. I got the bonus of Thomas with Camille on our Patreon podcast to talk about how they're feeling about this current season and all that good stuff. And we have another guest this week scheduled, the one and only Tane.
Ooh.
On the Patreon to give her thoughts about this whole drop, even though y'all have already heard it. Come on over, hear it on Perfect Match, okay? So we're there. I also have another podcast called The Good Pod, where me and Marissa Garza rewatch the show The Good Wife, and we also talk about its spinoff Elsbeth. That's in its current third season. Tane has been on The Good Pod before as well, so check that out as well if that floats your boat. And you can also hear me talk about 90 Day Fiancé the other way on the We Know 90 Day Fiancé podcast that is hosted by Puya over on the Rob Has Podcast Network.
Yeah, and he's going to talk about 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, one of the tell-all drops on my Patreon, the busiest man in podcasting.
Oh, okay, all right. I like
it. All right, guys, you know where to find me. It's also called MAFS on all the social handles. Please give me a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and stay subscribed so you don't miss out on any of the episodes that come out for each of the MAFS drops. Until next time, guys, bye.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.